All right, in our last video, we left off with this summary box of some formulas. Let's do these three sample classwork problems, 18, 22, and 26, to see how this stuff works. So let's start with number 18. Okay, so with 18, we're given the vectors position in component form. That's these pointy brackets identifies that it's a vector, not an ordered pair. And the initial point, so the vector starts at 5, -2, and we need to find the terminal point in the length of the vector. So the terminal point, if we start at -6, then our x component, I'm going to scroll this up so I'm not in that corner. The x component starts at the initial point is 5, sorry. X starts at 5, but the horizontal component is left 6. So 5 minus 6 gives me a final x position of -1. And the y starts at -2, and then it goes +1, so that's up 1. So it lands at -1 also. So the terminal point would be at -1, 1. Looking at that formula, oops, that should be a -1, sorry. Let's see. Well, I guess that formula is not explicitly in that box like I was thinking, but graphically you can see starting at our initial point of -5, 2, 5, -2, and then going the vector with the component of -6. So in the horizontal direction, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the horizontal component is 1, so that's up 1. So that vector ends there. Oops. There we go. The arrow initial point is 5, 2, so our terminal point, that's where the arrow is. We can see it land at -1, -1, just as we did algebraically. So we can see that algebraically here, and you can see it graphically here. Okay. And then we're also asked to find the length of the vector, and that's what I'm thinking is in this box here. That's right there. Length means the magnitude. So the magnitude of this vector is the square root of, and our a is from here -6 squared. Sorry, let me scroll this up so I can write neater. The -6 squared, and the horizontal component, the 1 squared, which gives me a square root of 36 plus 1, which is 37. And I do need to check that I can't break that down. 37 is actually prime, so I can't break that down any further. And I get that the magnitude is radical 37. I can keep that as positive. It's not plus or minus since I know it's a length. So that is my final answer for that one. So I have my the terminal point right here and the length of the vector right here. So that is number 18, and I'll do number 22 and 26 in the next recording.